feeling?
I'm good. Just ready to get this baby out.
You guys, she was due a few days ago, but looks like we're gonna have to induce because the baby's just kind of kicking it in her stomach a little bit. She's not gonna unfortunately go with me on this trip this weekend. I'm just gonna do a quick one-nighter, so hopefully there's reception. I'm gonna try to find a place with reception. If something does happen, then I can make it back home, zip it back.
We love you.
I love you, honey. Let's say bye to Chloe. Bye, Chloe. We'll see you soon. Bye, Bernie.
Daddy.
Bernie, sit. Good boy. Wait. Good boy.
Okay.
Okay, bye, honey. Hey, what's up, guys? So we're here at Mount Hood with Chris. Rashad's joining us on this trip. Didn't think it was going to be snowing, but it is. So the thing is, we're going to try to find a campground with reception so that if Katie needs to get a hold of me and if something happens, I can zip back at home. But yeah, looks like it's going to be pretty cold tonight. So we're going to be camping in the snow, I think. But we'll see. I mean, it's in the mountains, anything can happen. But yeah, Chris, Rashad, and Shadow, we're going to be heading out. Catch you guys soon. I'm really hoping we do find some areas with some signal, even if it's a little bit, because even if I get one bar, I can make a phone call, maybe text will go through, albeit even if it's weak. But yeah, that's my main concern. My secondary concern is finding a good campsite. Yeah, I'm gonna have to decide if it's wise to just stick around overnight with no reception with Katie due anytime. Alright guys, we got camp pretty much set up. We're gonna set up that portable fire pit from Snow Peak. Got the tent set up and everything like that. We got some bundles of firewood. I did bring a chainsaw as well, just in case. And then I am testing out this awesome cooler. 60 quarts right here. I just added this attachment for my beer. Got the, it's like a little table here. And then filled it up with the essentials. Pack sandwich, Red Bull, and some beers and water. It is pretty early right now. It's about 9:45 and about to call it a night. Yeah, it was a good time. It's starting to get really cold. Let's see what the temperature is right here. Luckily, we found a spot with like 1 bar reception. So 1 bar affords me a phone call. So if anything happens with Katie, I can just pick up, pack up, and head out. It is right now, it's showing it as 27 degrees. So I'm gonna lay out the rooftop tent, set it up according to how I sleep for the winter, and I'll get right back with you guys. Alright guys, so here's what we're working with. I got this is a rumple. It's like a blanket type of thing, but I have that as a top layer, and underneath I have the outdoor vitals. This is a 0-degree top quilt, so it's not a sleeping bag. It doesn't cover me underneath, and I don't need coverage underneath because I have the Xped dual mattress, and this is it's a R value of 9, so it has really good insulation. So I'm covered from the bottom, it insulates the heat, and the top over here just gives me more wiggle room around my leg. It's more comfortable than sleeping in a sleeping bag. So I'll use these 2 layers. And then of course I got my jacket and my extra clothes in a dry bag over here. And that I just keep it in a dry bag because if it's raining or snowing and I need to move my clothes up from the cab of my truck into the rooftop tent, it won't get wet. So that's just my own little thing. And then I got the Mop Belt. These are down pants. I like to wear just down pants in the morning. Keeps my legs extra warm. And then of course I got the Coupe small space heater. It's better than Mr. Buddy here for me because it just takes up less room. I'm not going to keep it on all night, just enough to warm the space up, and I'm going to turn it off. And then of course that's the cover for the Coupe. Of course this is from Nomadic Outfitters. Great stuff. It's by Covea, but Nomadic Outfitters is the one who provides them, and it's been great. And then this is the bottle for my pee-pee, not for my poo-poo. And then I got this Co-op. It's a Coupe pillow. It's a camp pillow. It's like perfect size because it's not a big, like full-size pillow, but it's not the small. These camp pillows that you inflate and all that stuff, it's very small and uncomfortable for me. So I have this, and this is actually filled with little pieces of memory foam, and it's super comfortable. I like it. But in cold weather it does get a little hard, so once you warm up the space, then it's going to start to get soft again. And then this is just like bed liner that Katie and I like to just put over the Xped just to keep it a little bit more clean. And then I got an extra can of the butane just in case, and then got my water, my phone, and then of course pistol. Always keep it holstered. I have it here, but always keep it loaded as well. That is the setup for tonight, and this is how I survive the cold. Typically I don't need this. This is more like a luxury to keep this place warm inside, but typically what you can do is just get away with this scenario. The ambient temperature is going to be cold, but my body is going to be still kept warm with something like this. A 0-degree top quilt, R value sleeping mat, keeps the underside warm or insulated, top side insulated, and you're good. You're sandwiched between 2 layers of insulation. Just make sure there's no pockets where drift or drafts can come through. I am going to open up some of the windows a little bit just for condensation, and that's pretty much it, guys. Gonna head to sleep a little bit. I do have reception, so I'll probably give Katie a call, see how she's doing, and aside from that, it's good night, and I'll see you guys in the morning. All right, take care. Alright guys, good morning. Fire's good. A couple of updates for you guys. So we had this, and of course ice is all intact because of course it was cold outside, so the outside ambient temperature was freezing, so of course it didn't impact the inside, but it was really convenient to have this whole thing. So I'm just gonna close this up. My hands are pretty much frozen at this point, and I like this because, as you can see, I'll talk about this more in a future video, but this actually has valve stems to pump this with air or remove air. So as you can see, you can just kind of wheel it around and you don't have to worry about it getting sunk in the snow. It was freezing inside. Had the Cupid heater on from Coupe through Pneumatica, and that kind of helped. But for the most part, I didn't want to leave it on overnight, so I just used a sleeping bag. Of course, I did layer up, and man, it was down to like 22 degrees yesterday. Let's see, what's the temperature right now? Yeah, it's 23 degrees right now. Goal right now is just to finish packing up, and then head home so that I can go to the hospital with Katie. She needs to do some, like, a COVID checkup before inducing labor in a few days. As far as the wrap actually worked pretty good. No peeling noticed or cracking. Of course, seems to be withstanding the coldness pretty well so far. I'll do another inspection at home once I give this car a wash. I did put a little ceramic coat layer on it, so I think I can just spray it with water and just wipe it off. Some of you guys have asked about this tailgate stuff, what this board is, and it's from Mountain Hatch, and it's a food grade cutting board, but I don't use it to cut food. I just use it as a platform, some place to sit down on. So you can see I just put my Red Bull in there. It's kind of smaller than that cup hole, but it's good. I did also for this weekend bring a chainsaw just in case. It's a DeWalt chainsaw, but I am sure on a future trip I will be using that. We did bring bundles of firewood, and that was enough for last weekend. So that's what we'll do, and all that. Yeah, it was pretty cold. Update on the BFG KO2 tires. They did handle the road decently. In the beginning, I did drive on some of a lot of the roads on two-wheel drive, and there was one point where we were in the bottom of a hill, and it was pretty much snowpack, and I can tell there was some ice because it was slippery on the ground when I stepped out, but we needed to go uphill, and when I was trying to go uphill, I slipped and the wheels would turn, but the truck would stay at the same spot and just slip around and fishtail. So I put it to 4 high, and it was no problem after that. I drove around at 30 psi this morning leaving camp. Because the air was so cold, the psi dropped down to about 26, which is fine with me to get out of that area. And now it's starting to go back up, and let's see, it's at 29 now. But yeah, the tires been pretty good. They perform decent. I got more of the winter coming up. I got some more deep snow I want to drive through and check out these tires in as well. As far as the tank goes, there was some condensation. I did have some windows cracked open, but I think it was just a mix of the cold weather and how it was. You know, we can only do so much to help reduce the amount of condensation, but in weathers like these, or temps like these, it is bound to happen. I am planning to change out the hood wrap a little bit. There are some imperfections that I noticed on the hood, and the color scheme, I'm going to change it up a little, so stay tuned for that. Definitely check out my Instagram, because I'll probably post it up there before I post it up on YouTube. And yeah, that's about it. It was a good first winter run experience. Oh yeah, also I want to share that something that I would recommend that not many people recommend for during winter camping and stuff like that is to carry a can of, or a bottle, or a, you know, or whatever, of de-icer with you guys. And de-icer, what it is, it has chemicals in this liquid to melt the ice, to thaw the ice pretty quickly. Because in the morning, yeah, you can scrape off some of the snow, but there's still some ice that gets stuck to the windshield. So what the de-icer will do, it will melt that. And the reason why I say you should carry around at least one can or one bottle of de-icer is because there may be a situation where you need to leave camp pretty quick. And what people will do is either they'll scrape it and there'll still be some ice, a layer of ice, which will hinder visibility, or they'll turn on the engine and put on the defroster, but that still takes time to warm it up and melt the ice. Whereas the de-icer can melt it pretty quick so that you can get out of camp if you need to get out of camp and drive safely at a faster speed. That is because, like, for example, today I needed to get out and go pick up Katie, and I didn't have really time to take my time to have it defrost. So that is definitely one tip I would share, an extra tip that I would share that I don't see many people sharing. I'm glad you guys joined me on this experience. If you made it all the way here, thank you very much. It means you enjoyed watching the video. If you did enjoy the video, you know, the same spiel, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button at the bottom right of your screen. I had a great time with friends. I had a great time sharing this experience with you, and I hope you join me on the next one. So with that said, be safe, take care, and I'll see you next time. Guys, update, Katie's water just broke, so we are getting some stuff together. We're gonna head out to the hospital. Wish us luck. I think this might be it, but we'll see. It might be a false alarm. I don't think it's a false alarm. Okay. All right, okay, all right. Well, we're gonna get stuff together. We're gonna head out, and we'll keep you all updated, I guess. All right, later, guys.